She said she held him down. He didn't go to the other women. He was with her all the time. You know, he loves her, all of that. Why did she come out and cry to the world that in Nwoko's house, I am nothing? So which one is the truth? You were so precious and special that only you they stay with, only you they dance for bedroom with. Or you were actually not that special. And in his house, you were nothing. Which one is the truth? Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sama. So I want to share this with you guys. Just listen to what I want to say. Basically, Regina Daniels bragging about being so good in bed that Nwoko was spending all the time with her and no other wives got any chance at all. And this is the girl they said was a virgin by the time she married. So all of a sudden she's a pro. sorry. All of a sudden she's a pro. But listen to this, right? You see the thing about the truth. Truth stays still. No, let me say it in English. How do I say it properly? Like the truth is constant. That's the thing about the truth. It's constant. It doesn't shake. It's very clear. Okay, listen to what she wrote. She said, somebody wrote, I think the person said, he loves Gina, but the love was a toxic one. Oh, but let's just read what exactly she wrote. So she was replying to somebody anyway, or whatever it was. She said, now this, I will reply. Yes, I think he loved me, but a toxic one. Because tell me why a polygamous man forgot what it meant to be in a polygamy, right? Except for the media. Meaning, that's what I understand. You know, on social media, the man carries the other woman sometimes. On social media, he says he's polygamous, but not in real life. That's what she's saying. Just because it boosted his ego, at least she knew that it has there's a bit of ego involved, right? Ego of being seen with multiple women. Don't be saying multiple. We only saw him with 2 women, she and Layla. So let's not say multiple, right? Okay. Which is okay by me, because anyone that sees a man as an odogu sees the wife as what? Then she says, I practically had to beg that he shares days at hours and other days with other wives. Okay, she was begging him to go and spend time with other women. That's what she's saying, Abi. The other wives, because they begged for his attention. You all should please forget this year social media comparison, because my ex-man never slept outside one day in our 7 years of marriage. Right? You know why? Because as a Delta babe, I hold them well for the other room. Ladies, use your skills. That's all men want, actually. That's what she said. So this is the virgin. He's not the one educating you guys that have been sorry. If you're coming across me for the first time and you do not know, my name is Soma Akko. I'm a Nigerian that lived abroad for many years and visited Nigeria for the first time in a long time and fell in love with Nigeria and shared my Jakarta story. And as we speak, I now own a Shortlet and I'm very close to the airport. If you're coming into Nigeria, you need somewhere to stay, contact me, the number on the screen. If you want to stay in my Shortlet, it's going to be the cleanest Shortlet you've ever been in. I'm not bragging, it's a statement of fact. There are people that have booked me. They actually have houses in Lagos, but when they landed, maybe it's 11 at night or 12 at night or too late at night, they don't want to go home that night. They want to stay in my Shortlet because I'm close to the airport, and then they go home in the morning. You understand? So we actually also help people to organize airport pickups. And why that is good is this: the fact that I know who I sent to go pick you up. I wouldn't send someone that I do not trust, you understand, or someone that I feel like is not traceable. So this is the estate where my Shortlet is. Guys, I'm telling you guys, especially Nigerians abroad that have this terrible image of Nigeria. Not all, some people. So when some of them have come to stay in my Shortlet, they are like, wow. They are like, this will even 5 pass abroad. You understand? So it's important. Not just choose any Shortlet. Make sure you choose a Shortlet in a nice neighborhood, in a safe neighborhood, in a clean neighborhood. No all this lousy, noisy neighborhood. Very peaceful neighborhood. In this estate, you can go for a walk even at night if you want, because it is that safe. There are actually a lot of foreigners that stay in this estate, and you see them walking around comfortably. Contact our WhatsApp number now to book. Sorry. The virgin has become the pro, expert, that she's not telling women what to do. But let me say this, right? People confuse You know, love is, I don't know how to say it. You know, there are some things that love is not. Like a man being, let me tell you guys, right? One thing I think she needs to understand, something that needs to be clear is this. There is something about a new toy. There is something about a new toy. If a man he was already with Layla for 10 years before Regina came. Of course, he's going to be excited to be with Regina because that's the new, if I can put it that way, when you have a new toy. Am I making sense? And don't forget, that is what people are not sitting down and reflecting on. Regina came into his life, or whatever, their relationship together involved a lot of publicity. And publicity can be intoxicating. It brought him so much publicity he never had. How many of us knew Nwoko until he met Regina? Even some people, I wouldn't have known. I didn't know Regina until she married Nwoko. I didn't know her. Some people knew her. Those that watch Nigerian movies. I, for example, didn't know her. So the thing brought both of them publicity. And what was the publicity about? This old man will marry this small girl. The girl never old enough to be married. It became a story. The story, not Regina, not Ned. The story was what brought the attention of the public. You understand? The story. Because let me tell you, if it was not Regina and Ned, if there was another girl of Regina's age, and there was an acting movie, and then the older man, that people will still come out and speak about the fact, no, the age gap is a lot. And then the father came out and said, my daughter is underage. It was a drama. It was the drama that drew people's attention. And the attention was good for Nwoko and his political ambitions. Of course, it's good. People know him now. So when people go to cast their vote, they know that face. Am I making sense? So for him, she's useful in a lot of ways. She is young. So he gets to have a new toy to play with at home. And then the publicity was good for his finances because it was taking him to places when it comes to like political places. You understand? So sometimes you have to sit down and ask yourself, you know, love is when somebody loves you as an individual. If Regina was not an actress that brought him this attention, would he have married her? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. The publicity was intoxicating. Am I making sense? So the question is, if Nwoko was to meet another girl that is acting movies as young as Regina right now, will he go for it? I hope what I'm saying is computing in the head. I think to a great extent, like we're going to come here and say the truth. If true, like Regina said, she put him into drugs, that of course he did the wrong thing. You know, if you know what I mean, and all these accusations. So she said he was raping her. Of course that is evil. What she's saying, you know, she's accusing you of things that are really evil and all of that. Of course we're going to come out and say, no, that's wrong. You know what you think? You could have married your age mate. Why did you go and marry this girl that was underage and all of that? We can always say all of that. Right? But I think to a great extent, Regina should calm down. She should calm down. And because all of this is coming from ego. Oh, I held him down. Before I forget. When she now said that he's only in her place or where she lives. Because when she said ours, the man is a polygamous man. Wherever he is, belongs to his wife and wives. Right? When she said, I held him down, he didn't go to the other women. We're talking about the truth being straightforward, consistent. She's not claiming that she held him down. He was only staying with her. Basically, she was the special one. That's what she is saying. Is it not the same Regina that said, in Nwoko's house, I am nothing. And in my house, I am a queen. If she's all that she's claiming that she was in Nwoko's house, why did she now say, Abi? She said she held him down. He didn't go to the other women. He was with her all the time. You know, he loves her, all of that. Why did she come out and cry to the world that in Nwoko's house, I am nothing? So which one is the truth? You were so precious and special. that only you they stay with, only you they dance for bedroom with. Or you were actually not that special, and in his house you were nothing. Which one is the truth? Which of them is the truth? What should people believe now? Another thing that I want to say is this. I laugh. Let me tell you, there's something about a husband that gives you money and gives you money and gives you money. When you look at what we have seen on social media, we have not seen where Regina showed us that Ned bought her a car, or that Nwoko bought her a house. No, he gave her money, according to her. When a man, that all the things he's doing for you, he has them. Let me tell you, it's a different story if the man doesn't have the money. A very rich man that doesn't buy cars for their wives, for his wives, that doesn't buy cars for his wives, as in buy a car that belongs to the wife and say, this car is yours. Buy a house and say, this house is yours. He's letting you live, all of you live in his houses. And letting all of you share cars together. Sorry. I don't want to laugh. Share cars together. He never bought you anything that you can hold on to. Only money and jewelries, expensive jewelries. Nothing that you can look back and say, this is solid, how do I say it? Investment into your life and your future. I don't know if I'm using the right word. Like, do you know something that is a capital? Yeah, something that is a capital, like, a house. Bought you a mansion and said, this is your mansion for you in your own name. And then you're all sharing Ferrari. Today, the Moroccan wife will drive it. And the cars belong to Nwoko. Sorry. I have a weight loss program in case you're coming across this and you want to sign up. I'm going to put the link in the description box and in the comment section. And if you want to Google it, it's summerhealthyweightloss.com, because it's not just about losing weight, but losing it in a healthy way. It's important. Be careful. I've been saying it. I've been doing this disclaimer. If you do not have the discipline to stop when you reach the ideal weight, please do not do it, because you're going to lose too much weight. You don't have to starve. You don't have to go to the gym. It will blow your mind. So it's summerhealthyweightloss.com. That is my website. The cars belong to Nwoko. The day that Regina wants, she will borrow from Nwoko to drive it. The day that Leila wants, she will borrow from Nwoko to drive it. I don't understand. A man that loves you and is so rich, by now, for the year, say, you open big businesses for you somewhere. Am I making sense? Some people don't know what love is. Especially when a man knows that this is a polygamy. I believe, my opinion, that a man really loves you. In his lifetime, while he's still alive, he will give you things in your own name. Not a car for the wives to be sharing. Cars that he bought for himself, his wives are now sharing it. If that man closes his eyes today, which of the wives will own the Ferrari when it was never? My opinion, that a man that really loves a woman and is in a polygamy will put things in their names to avoid katakata when he closes his eyes. It's ended up being a long video. People should be careful. Don't confuse some things for love. Love is not what some people think it is. A man that loves you will protect you. Protection involves, in this case, build you a house that is your own, or buy you a house that is your own in a polygamy. Not for you to come and buy you a car as your own. Not say, okay, you can drive. Oh. At the end of the day, when you leave, you left empty-handed. Abi, where did she carry go? Fine, she made money in the process, you understand? How many of the things that belongs to Nwoko did she live with? It ended up being a very long video. I don't want it to be a very long video. You will see her say, he doesn't let me even cook. Oh. He doesn't even let me do this one. Oh. At the end of the day, that's why today he's able to keep the children. And if care is not taken, the children may not feel her absence, because he made sure that there were nannies to mind those children. Do you know that there are some of these kind of children that my husband does not let me do anything? He gives me 2 nannies. He gives me this, everything. He doesn't let me do anything. And so when you leave, your absence will not be felt, because you're never important in the kitchen. You're never important in the house, because he had employed staff that took all these places, especially as a woman that came into a polygamy. And then the children are used to be mothered Mothering, that's an English word. The mothering has been done so much by nannies that the children wake up in the morning, they are used to, the nanny looks after us. And at that time, it was like, oh, my husband, it's like he doesn't let me do anything. He doesn't let me do anything. Sometimes we see some things, it's very easy, especially for young girls, to see money and call it love. Oh, yeah, there's money. He put 10,000 in my account. He put this one in my account. You can get clouded. Your judgment can get really clouded. And you get carried away. Especially for a child that was, from what we saw, Regina was really, like, some people have seen money in this life, but the way Regina was going, you can tell that the money was really like driving her to a direction I don't think a child of her age should have even be going into. The money was like, money is sweet, let's not, but we have to be careful. And for a young girl, especially in a society like Nigeria, where people, people cannot be silent. A lot of people no longer know what it is to be silently successful, silently rich. It has to be shown on social media, that money full ground, to show her age mates that I'm living at this level. That at the end of the day, she was just carried away. But for people like us, we're done the old, we can look and say, money is not necessarily love. Any man can give any woman money. It's very easy. If you doubt me, go and ask prostitutes. So prostitutes are being paid well. You understand? Rich men are paying drivers well. Their drivers well. Their gatesmen well. So to give money is nothing. There are some things, core things, that are the real definition of love. So going back to what I was saying, she's saying she held him. No only she they sleep with. Basically, she was the special one. But she's the same person that came out and said in Nwoko's house, I am nothing. Another question. She said he was being domestically abusive. Will a man that really loves you, really, really loves you, will he raise his hands and hit you? Will a man that she's now saying I held him down, if a man really, really loves you, would he really physically abuse you? Will he raise his hands on you or hit you? Is that love? Is that what love is? You understand? I don't know. I want a lot of us to think about it. This is a bit of a brainstormer now. I want you guys to think about it and leave your opinions in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye. Just a reminder that all the traditional wares you see me wear, I sell them. And if you want any of these, the phone numbers are on the screen. I actually make these clothes that you see as well, like all these ones you're seeing right now. I'm the one producing them. I'm the one matching the combinations and all these things. And I want to say this, if you see something you like, screenshot it and send it to that WhatsApp number. And it's important to send it when you see it, because some of these patterns, by the time you come, it's already sold out. And if sometimes I even go back to my suppliers and the materials are no longer available. That is the thing about Nigerian market. A lot of these materials are flooding into the market and gone, and then they are not being replaced. So a lot of them get sold out. If you see what you like, grab it straight away, screenshot it, send it to us, and then we will supply you. Like all these boo-boos you're looking at are actually sold out. We don't have a replacement for them. But we have stocked up on our materials and we are producing more different patterns, different colors. If you want them, contact us. But even these new ones we are producing now, before you know it, they're going to get sold out as well. So anything you see, grab it, screenshot it, and send to that WhatsApp number.